Hey guys, Choose Army Says here, and today I'm showing y'all, and I might sound loud because I pretty much am right up on the camera, but yeah, I have my stock printed. It's a couple parts didn't print out right, but that just means I can't lock this in any position or whatever. I didn't get to 3D print the actual arms that would go all the way up to like right here, but I can fix that later. I forgot to mention that the grip on this is 3D printed last video. Y'all can see that though. This is what the stock looks like. I took the time, modeled it out, took a whole night, 3D printed it, took another day or so. You can see it failed right there. And then this stock also, if I can get it out of here, the stock also failed. You can see it stopped printing here in the middle. It's globbed up, whatever. But I JB welded some wooden things on here, super glue the rest. I'm gonna finish coating the JB weld and sanding it down later, but yeah, y'all can see it's messed up. I was gonna just JB weld this onto there without the wooden pieces before I realized that I could use these wooden pieces, that they fit almost perfectly, whatever. But other than that, let me see. On front of there, it is not a suppressor. That is not a suppressor at all, period. And in fact, give me a split second. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. But look, there's handguard being printed because my old one doesn't fit. And I gotta tell y'all a new feature that I figured out about this since I just now had the time to take and look at it to realize it. Because the way that the bolt is inside of there, the bolt is it has two springs to assist in unlocking. Just inside the actual carrier, they probably go about from here to here, whatever. Nah, probably somewhere around there, from here to here. But either way, regardless, if I take like a stick and shove it in the barrel or down the barrel and push, even though you can see the cam slide is there, even though it can be completely locked like that, and if you just give it enough force in the front, it will unlock by itself, which means it is a delayed blowback and not locking. And this on the end, like I said, not a suppressor, and I'm gonna show y'all what it is and why it's not a suppressor. Yes, I use Tinkercad because I don't really care for any other things, but you can see, and this is an old computer, the inside of there is like, if I can get this, you can see it's a open on the top with 4 vent holes. It's a cone that goes into a regular looking, it's like that right in the inside of there, but it has 2 holes coming out the side of it and a cone coming through the rest, and a small amount, like that much amount of just space for the bullet to completely stabilize, I guess. So the muzzle device, because that's what it is, a muzzle device, it's like a linear compensator. It determines where the bullet leaves the barrel at, because when a bullet leaves the barrel, it goes straight into that, and depending on where that hole is, even if it's off center or wherever it is, that's where the bullet is gonna go, because it's gonna move with it. Shutting the door. So yeah, it's gonna move with it, and yeah, it's not a suppressor. Looks like one, but it is not. You see on the inside, the holes 1, 2, 3, 4. It's open. If I cock it back, I can show y'all that you can look straight through it and see that there's no actual baffles. It's kind of hard to do that, and I don't really want to take it off. But yeah, the handguard is going to be made to where I slip this in there with some JB weld. Whenever I get it to the position I want it, I have to take this all the way off, slip the handguard over, and center it. Once it's centered where I want it, then JB weld all around there, whatever. The 2 plastics will bind together just like here. And yeah, but yeah, since it's blowback, well, delayed blowback, I could technically load up around, fire it, and not need a gas system. I'm still gonna make a gas port and everything like that for this. I just won't drill the hole until I know for sure like that I can make it lock completely. Once I figure out that, then I'll make it where it operates like a normal old locking up AR or whatever. But it will be piston driven, because DI will not work with paper, at least not for very long. I would burn out the whole inside of this bolt carrier and have to remake it, probably within a mag, probably. But yeah, I don't know. Another thing I gotta do, you see I didn't put the last little piece of paper on there. I'm gonna put that around there, then I'm gonna start putting extra layers on the outside of here to make it look like an actual honey badger or whatever. Fix this so that it's straighter, whatever. It'll be fixed whenever I layer it up. Still haven't got to that, but I'm gonna do that once that finishes. That was just heard the trigger click, because I can show y'all now. And because I kind of disabled a little lock, I took the rubber band I was using for it out. Yeah, I was using a rubber band so that I could just because. But look, it's the travel on the trigger is basically 3 millimeters, and then it'll reset automatically, but just for it resets automatically, and it has that much play while resetting. That's just so when I add a spring, it won't do that. It'll be completely full, but it doesn't move back that far at all. But yeah, any little amount of pressure applied to the front of the bolt will act like the same way this piston acts, by pushing it back and unlocking it at the same time. I don't know how soft the recoil is going to be, but you can see if I push this back how this doesn't even, it works like normal AR, how that stays where it's at. It doesn't leave this slot until the rifle is completely unlocked. In this case, it doesn't want to do it because I'm not forcing enough. And once it gets to the end, it unlocks completely. That's how the piston was gonna work. It was gonna have a long stroke piston on it. But now that I know it works like this, if it works like this for an extended amount of time, as long as I don't have to repair it or notice any significant wear, then I'm not gonna change it. But yeah, that's gonna take 5 hours to print, I believe. 5 hours, 40-some minutes. It's at 1 hour and 25 minutes. And I just gotta hope it doesn't fail. And yeah, then I'll have a handguard to put on here. Once I put the handguard on here and finish layering up that, then I'll straight up drill the magazine catch hole, put a magazine release in there or whatever, put the magazine in there and make sure it functions the way it needs to. And then I'm gonna fill this gap in and make the little piece to lock it, and then it'll be pretty much complete. I'm also going to 3D print a new trigger housing. The one that I made out of paper, that like the actual housing, I never closed it off. It's not right. Every time I want to take it out of here, it's a pain. It likes to spring apart in my face. Yeah, I don't like it. And to even put it back is worse, because you gotta try to forcefully. You gotta get the spring around the hammer, get that to where it's set in the right spot. Take something, 2 little small things, and push on each side to get the spring to line up with the hole, this hole. And once you get that to line up, you gotta make sure the hammer is still lined up before you can pin it through. And I just rather have it enclosed. I'm gonna use 2 cap gun hammer springs on here, because that's what I use for my primers, cap gun caps. So yeah, like the stuff in the inside, the Armstrong's makes in the inside. Basically, I'll just take 2 springs, try to somehow get a tack weld to stick to it, and if it works, then it works. If it doesn't, then I'll go buy another cap gun and just take the springs and just hold them together some way or another. I don't know. But yeah, I'll get them to working here. It'll be stronger than the spring that's in it. Yeah. In the spring, the actual recoil spring, it's strong. But I mean, it's not that strong. It's strong enough to withstand certain amounts of pressure. Once you get the case to, like, for a full cycle with this recoil spring that's in here, it's in the back of this. Once you get the casing filled halfway, not even, it has to be at least 60% filled, then it will start to open this ejection port at least to here. Once you get it to like 70, it'll open it to like there. Full powder load, it'll kick this bolt all the way back, completely back. So that was all for today's update. I'll hit y'all up again whenever I get my handguard finished and do some other stuff. I'm also working on some 300 blackout bullets and or bullet modes. There's a couple different things I'm working on, but they're all just here. I'll be figuring it out as I go. This is just a custom handguard that I made. Only thing that I didn't do was make the rails, because I can't do that. Well, I could. I just found some on Thingiverse and printed them. But yeah, that's what it's printing on the printer, and I'll be set, because this thing doesn't fit on there anymore. The end of the can is too big. But yeah, I'll bring y'all a firing video sometime soon, once I make sure that those springs fit in here and work, and a couple other things need to get situated before I can take it out and fire it again. As in, the stock needs to be able to lock and everything too. But last thing I did to it, which was quite recent, like as recent as, ooh yeah, I'm gonna drop something, as recent as today, was I found something else. Found a metal plate that I could screw into the back of this wood for this, so that I can push this back and hold on to the wood without plastic coming off. That was mainly to try to fix another issue that I ran into, but this video is already pushing 12, well, pushing 13, and nobody wants to sit here and watch for that long unless I'm actually doing something. So yeah, this is all I can really do right now. I'm getting stuff situated. Check my Instagram, link in the description, and that's where you'll see more posts about this thing in progress as it's happening, real time. Peace.